Once upon a time, there was a very big village called Kawela. Kawela was a big village with a lot of people who lived in small houses. The village had many people living there, and they had a chief whose name was Tenga. Mr. Tenga was an old man, and he was respected in his community. He was a very nice chief. One day, Mr. Tang's daughter, Mrs. Sifa, delivered a baby boy. Then, Mr. Tenga organized a party and invited all people in the village in order to celebrate the newborn, who was his grandson, and give him a name. Mr. Tenga and his family prepared so much food for all people to eat at the party. When the party started, many people showed up. Mr. Tenga asked all the guests to get food and drinks. Then, people started eating drinks. Then, people started eating, drinking, singing, and dancing outside where the party was taking place. Others were beating the drums and playing the guitar. Everyone was at the party except the newborn baby and his mother, who were inside the house. Then, all of a sudden, a very huge angry bird came flying towards the party in the village. Once the angry bird arrived at the party, it opened its beak and swallowed everyone who were at the party outside. Then, the bird flew back to the big forest. In the village, the only people who were left were the newborn baby, his mother, and domestic animals. After the bird had left, the baby's mother went outside to see if there was anyone left, but they were all gone. The bird took them. Next day, the baby's mother decided to go ahead and give the baby a name by herself. She named her baby boy, Akili, meaning smart. She hoped the boy to be very smart and to figure out how to bring back the people from the bird's stomach. Though Akili was the only child in the village, he was not lonely because he had a dog friend. His mom gave him a puppy, and Akili named his puppy Makasi, meaning strong. A few years later, Akili and his dog Makasi grew up and became best friends. Makasi became a very strong dog, just as Akili had hoped. Akili also grew up and became a very smart boy, and he was strong as well.
Where are other people?
The bird took them.
Where is this bird that took our people?
In the big forest.
Then Akili went outside and grabbed his hunting equipment, which included a spear, a very strong rope, and a slingshot. Then Akili went back inside the house to grab his lunchbox and to give his mother a hug before he went to the forest to hunt the bird that took the people. After hugging his mother and grabbing his lunchbox, Akili called his dog Makasi, and together they went to the big forest to hunt the bird. When Akali and his dog Makasi arrived in the big forest, they such as ravens and eagles, but they ignored them. Akili knew he was not looking for those birds because they were not big enough. Akili and his dog Makasi kept going farther into the forest where trees were very big and their branches were attached to each other. Then, they saw a huge bird laying on top of branches. The big bird appeared to be sleeping. Next, Akili told his dog Makasi to be quiet and not to bark because the bird may wake up. Then not to bark because the bird may wake up. Then Akili grabbed his slingshot and he shot the big bird in the eye. Next, the bird fell down and knocked out many trees because it was very heavy. Then, Akili went back home to get his mother so that she can help him with getting people out of the bird's stomach. On the same day, Akili and his mom, along with Makasi, went back to the big forest to figure out how to get people out of the bird's stomach. After they arrived at the big bird's stomach. After they arrived at the big bird, Akili's mother was surprised and she confirmed that the bird was the exact bird that took people. Then, Akili's mother grabbed a knife and opened the bird's stomach slowly and carefully to avoid harming people inside. Soon after opening the stomach, guess who jumped out first? It was Mr. Tenga, Akili's grandpa. Then all the people kept jumping out of the bird's stomach one by one until they were all out. Then they were all out, and they all went to their village,